Everybody, welcome back, and we are on the first step of the trailer rebuild because it's basically already built. I have saved an enormous amount of time not having to construct, the tub, the walls, and the roof. So thankfully, that's all done with the cargo trailer. I just got to outfit the interior. So that is what is being done on this video. We're going to be doing the installation, and if you hear a little bit of whining in the background, that's because there's a thunderstorm coming and my dog is not happy. So I've had to dope her up so that she'll be calm during the thunderstorm that's going on. But you get a video, so let's get right into it. Now, one of the nice things about having a cargo trailer is you can just take it to Home Depot and load up all the stuff that you need. Now, I don't think I actually introduced the trailer in its whole. This is a 6x12 single axle with barn doors on the back. And I did get it in charcoal gray and kind of pretty closely matches the truck, especially with the black on the front there and the black rims. And let's stop for one quick second here. These are not how-to videos. There are plenty of videos that are out there on how to do the things that I'm doing. This is a vlog. That's it. I'm just showing what I'm doing as I progress along through this build. That's pretty much it. Again, there are a ton of videos that are out there on how to do these things. You can find them very, very easily. So there's no reason to bore you with how to do this. It's very, very basic. It's just unscrewing, cutting, etc. You're just basically hearing my thoughts. So, all right, back to it. The first thing I got to do is strip all the paneling off the inside of the cargo trailer here, and the seams are covered with small strips of plywood, and you got to take those off in order to access the bolts that are underneath, or the screws. At least the majority of them are. And honestly, it's a real pain in the ass because those are not screwed on. Those are actually stapled on, and this is going to come back to haunt me a little bit later on. But yeah, just stripping off all the interior wood. Now, one thing I did notice is, of course, the majority of the trailer does not have any insulation in it. However, the front left corner does have some insulation in it. It's just the white bead style, which I did wind up pulling out, replacing with the green Kingspan foam. But just kind of weird that they only did those 3 sections, so not 100% sure why they did it there. But they did, so kind of cool in one way. Now, unlike the truck camper build where I was using 2-inch foam for everything, for the walls, the ceiling, etc., I'm not doing that on this build. I'm actually using 1-inch 4-foot by 8-foot panels of Kingspan Green Guard, which has an R rating of 5, so R5. Now, I've seen other videos and other people have done cargo trailers where they will put strips or strapping horizontally across the frame members here, and then add in another 1/2 inch or even another full inch of insulation. And I just really didn't see the purpose in doing that. Honestly, I live in Georgia, so it's kind of a temperate climate. I mean, this summer it's gotten really hot like the rest of the nation, so I mean it's 98, 9900 degrees. But typically, even our winters are not that bad. We may have like maybe a snow day out of a year, and that's actually only about every 2 years. But yeah, just didn't see a need to put all this extra insulation in there. Just wanted it to be able to hold some AC in and be able to hold some heat in. So did not see a reason to go with R7.5 or even R10. So yep, just doing a single layer of 1-inch. One of the things I did at first I didn't take into consideration was these blocks of wood which were attached in different parts of the inside of the trailer. I believe the one that you're seeing right there that's in front of me, that was actually to help screw the fender onto from outside. Needed a little bit of backing, so that's why it's there. So there's one on each side. There was another one on the rear corner at the bottom, one on the front corner on the top there, and it was basically where the air vents were screwed in, so they just did some wood backing. Once everything was cut and sized into the sides there, went along the bottom where the aluminum skin meets the frame, and put some all-weather caulk there in the bottom in order to seal up the holes and the gaps where it attaches, and did the same thing across the top, and in certain spots where a little bit larger gaps, went ahead and did a little bit of spray foam. And then after that, it was putting the boards back up, all the plywood, and torque them down, and yeah, that was pretty much it for at least the left side, so it was a start. So after doing the left side, I went ahead and did the ceiling just because it was so hot, and that exposed metal was definitely bearing down on top of me, so I went ahead and did the ceiling and got the insulation stuck up there. Now I did not glue them into place. I didn't use Gorilla Glue or anything like that. They're all friction held into place, because later on when I put the wood up on the top, it'll help to seal that in, which the trailer did not come with a plywood ceiling. I had to go and get some 3/8 plywood and do that myself. So after that, just had to go around, do the right side, and then finally finished it off by doing the nose. I'll point this out, and I'm probably going to point this out several times throughout these video series, but one thing about cargo trailers is they are not square. They are not even close to being square, and basically everything you're doing to try to make things fit is all done by measurements instead of looking at squares or levels. I mean, I was able to use it in a few instances, but yeah, they're just not that well. So there we go.